to be freaking serious. Like, yo, ladies, your life is waiting for you out there. What are you doing? We need more of a fire under our ass. And not only is there nothing wrong with you, but you are far and above able and capable and gifted. You are just more right-brained than left-brained. You just don't function the way society says you are supposed to function to fit in that square peg. This is just a little bump in the road that we have been led to believe was an innate dysfunction. It's no freaking dysfunction. Let's get the house cleaned up so we can freaking get out there, share our gifts, and change the world. Okay?
Hey, I'm Kathy Roberts, and I promised a live video every Monday on my Tidy Tutor Facebook page, and so that's what this is. And I thought that I would share something that's really been so heavy on my heart. About 10 days ago, I sent an email out to people who have subscribed to my email list. And what I did was I asked them if they would help me out, actually, if they could give me some insight. I asked them to answer one question and give me 3 examples of what life will be like when they get the house together, what they will do when they get the house together. The reason that I wrote that email is because I'm switching over to wonderfulhappyu.com instead of the tidytutor.com. I'm still going to be the Tidy Tutor, but it's going to be under the umbrella of Wonderful Happy You. And the reason for that is because I've realized that it's not about the mess, and I want to help people get past the mess so they could do what it is that they wanted to desperately do by means of getting out of the mess. Because when you're in a mess, it consumes your life. I got so many responses. The title of the topic of that email was, please will you open this, I need your help. And so I talked about changing over from the Tidy Tutor to Wonderful Happy You. I talked about the reason why I need to do that. And then I asked them, give me 3 things that you want to do when the house gets cleaned up. And I got so many responses to this that I couldn't keep up with responding to each one of them. I'm going to have to send a whole blanket email to people and be like, thank you for answering my question. It brought tears to my eyes in many ways and made me see that the direction I'm going, I really do need to go in. But I'll tell you what, it's really difficult. I'm finding that it's exactly the same situation to do what I'm doing to do this as it was to get the house together. You know the way it feels when you're in a total wreck, right? And you're standing there. The left brain people, they know they can see it all, and it's like a game show or something in their head where all of these little components snap into place, and they're like this. They see all little pieces. Doesn't happen for us. We don't have that game show channel. When we stand in a room that's a big mess, we see a big tangled, mangled ball of yarn, and we don't know where to start. And that's what Tidy Tutor is there for. It helps you, because holy mackerel has it helped me, to break it down into little pieces to be able to tackle a messy room, a messy house, and then even when it does get cleaned up, to be able to tackle the daily chores of what has to be done, because everything still, even if it's not a wreck, it still feels daunting, right? So that's what Tidy Tutor does. And I realize that in what I'm doing now, in transitioning from the Tidy Tutor to Wonderful Happy You, I feel that absolute paralyzation of, how do I do this? You know, like there's a website to build, there's a new membership, there's new courses, there's new offers, there's a new message. moving everybody over, letting everybody know about it. And all of these thoughts in my head, like, are you stupid? What are you doing? You know, it's like starting over. The thing is that when you're driven to do something that you feel like you're called to do, you don't not do it because it scares you. You don't not do it because you think you're going to look stupid or something. You know, it's a driving force. I absolutely positively know that this is what needs to happen. We got to get out of the mess, holy mackerel. Yes, absolutely. People get out of their mess in the tidytutor.com. There's no doubt about it. They do. But, one, there's a struggle, right? There's a struggle not to really get out of the mess, because when you follow the system, it's just easy. You just do it. You know, it's not a difficult system to follow, and once you do it, it's like holy mackerel. But there's more to it than that. There's an identity that we have that until that identity has been switched, we fall back into the slob kind of modem when life throws us a curve, when things change, when it's so easy for us to feel bad about ourselves, and it's easy to not really commit, not really do. We have so many people that do crazy better than they were doing before, but they haven't arrived. They're still moving towards the goal. I don't want that. I want it to be freaking serious. Like, yo, ladies, your life is waiting for you out there. What are you doing? But in Tidy Tutor, it's like, okay, you practice this for a week. You move on to the next session. You practice that for a week. We need more of a fire under our ass. And that's where Wonderful Happy You comes in. And so I'm committed to doing it. But I'm just letting you know that I'm a little bit overwhelmed with it all. Now, real quickly, I want to read you some of the things that people have written me in those questions that I asked. When I asked the questions of, what will you do when you get the house cleaned up? Give me just 3 things, or you can give me more. So I'm going to read you some of them, all right? I want to have time to sit and watch all of the movies on my movie list. I want to have time to read the books on my book list. I want to have time to play with my grandchildren and not feel guilty. I want to enjoy my home and make it warm and inviting. I dream of having friends over and meals and celebrations. I want to enjoy my grandkids more and feel free to take them places. I want to scrapbook my memories. I just dream of having some control over my life. If you don't think that this stuff made me weep, you don't know. Because it did. It made me weep. I want my kids to be able to have friends over. Listen to me, okay? This is not something that is a huge endeavor. I promise you it's not. These things are like, what is that they say? We have the right to life, liberty, and a pursuit of happiness? Like, this is just basic life living functions that we are not able to enjoy because we just don't know how to get it together. I'm telling you, I know how to help you get it together. My thing is I want to help you more than that. I want it to be more than just, oh good, now my house is clean. I want it to be, now my house is clean. And now I can live my life. Because I'm telling you what, people who are organizationally challenged are the people with the passion and the ability to inspire and to move people. You have way more in you than the organizationally gifted. Nothing against the organizationally gifted. Holy mackerel, we need them for sure. But the people who are more right-brained are filled with creativity. They're the the innovators of the world, okay? And I feel like, holy mackerel, we are really, really missing out. The whole world is missing out because you just don't know how to put your dishes away and stuff like that there. And once you know how to do that, you soar like you cannot believe. You soar. You think there's something wrong with you? Not only is there nothing wrong with you, but you are far and above able and capable and gifted. This is just a little bump in the road that we have been led to believe was an innate dysfunction. It's no freaking dysfunction, and it's not a diagnosis. I don't care if they tell you you're ADHD. I don't care if they tell you that you have some sort of mental imbalance. No, you don't. You are just more right-brained than left-brained. You just don't function the way society says you are supposed to function to fit in that square peg that they have deemed that you need to fit in. You are a round peg, okay? And you will create your beautiful round hole when you finally just learn what to do. It's like math. It's like a language. That's all, okay? So there's other things that people wrote, like, I want to feel good about having friends over. I want to free up time to craft. These are things that bring us joy. Do we really want to spend all of our lives on a treadmill of mess and clean and mess and clean and mess and clean? Of course, the reason that happens is very simple. There's no plan. There's no focus. And there's no direction. And without understanding how we tick and accepting us exactly the way we aren't able to make it happen for us. I've been there, I've done that. You know, I have a course that I offer, but I'm not offering it. Why? Because I want it to be over in my new platform. I want to give 100% of the best. I can do it now. I can say, here, sign up now for Tidy Tutor University. And I'm not saying that it's not amazing, it's not wonderful, and it doesn't cause absolute wonderful results. It does. But my heart is to move over to Wonderful Happy You so that it's more than just freaking cleaning up the house. It's what do we do next? It's what do we do next? And also, it can be way more serious than, okay, let's get the house cleaned up. Here's the steps to take. It's going to be, let's get the house cleaned up so we can freaking get out there, share our gifts, and change the world. Okay? So, there was that. All right. So, that's that for this. Thanks a lot for being in my world. And if you're not part of my world, go to thetidytutor.com. Put in your name and email. You'll get 10 tips, 1 tip a day that will absolutely rock your world. And then you'll know all about my whole moving over to Wonderful Happy You and how you could be involved in that. Okay?
You got bugs called a bug eye. You cook bacon, apple pie. If you show you fix your tear, clean or clean my underwear.
These are the things we do. The house is a mess with all the junk. The sink's clogged up with dinner time gunk. You pick up the phone and call Roto-Rooter
to make it all work.
and call the Tidy Tutor. I think that was pretty good, don't you?